I walked in on my son having guest time with my brother's wife. Story 1. I 44F walked in on my son 18M having S-time with my sister-in-law 34F brother's wife in a cabin, and I think they have been having S-time for a while. My brother 37M moved in with us in February with his wife and 2 children. My husband 44M and I have big house on a farm. My husband is a farmer, and with everyone working from home we thought it would be a good chance to stay together as family and for my nieces to spend time on the farm. I have 3 children and all of them live with us. The oldest is 18M and the other 2 are 16F and 13F. On the day my brother arrived I went to buy groceries with my son and he went to the pharmacy to get his gym supplements and I bought the food. I saw Seendums in my son's plastic bag when we arrived at the house, 2 packs with 36 Seendums each, so 72 in total. Didn't think anything of it, thought he had gotten a GF and wanted to be safe. Everything was fine, everyone got along. My Sil and son would go on an early run around the farm. Everything seemed normal until last month when they left on their run, but I was up baking and I never saw them make any rounds around the farm, which was weird. I asked about it and they said they decided to hit the road. I thought nothing of this, everything seemed normal. My Sil and son seemed to have a very good bond. Yesterday I was coming from a friend's house early in the morning. The sun wasn't up yet and it was little dark, but I saw that the cabin we have in the farm was open and the light was on. I thought maybe one of the employees had forgotten to lock up, so I went to close the door and switch off the light. As I got closer I heard people having S-time and I took a peek and it was my son and Sil having S-time. I didn't confront them, I was so in shock. I still haven't told anyone what I saw and I don't know what to do. Should I confront them? Should I tell my brother? Should I tell my husband? I'm so confused. I've been doing a lot of thinking and I'm sure they have been having S-time for a while. From the Seendums, my son was always at the house, never brought a GF. The morning runs around the farm, do they really go on a run or do they have S-time? The close relationship. Update. I first want to thank everyone for all the advice I got from my original post. I'm sorry for not replying to any comments. I think I only replied to 1 comment. My head was all over the place. I'll try to keep this update short. As was suggested by many of the comments, I decided to tell my husband first and proceed from there. My husband lost it. He first thought it was a joke. We talked about the issue and we decided we should first talk to our son before telling my brother. We confronted our son with what I saw. He already knew what was going on as he saw my Reddit post and put 2 and 2 together. He didn't deny anything, he confessed. He told us him and Sil have been having S-time since February last year. He was 17 at the time. My son said it started on Sil's birthday party he attended. They got drunk and had S-time in a bathroom and they have been meeting at hotels ever since and sneaking off at family gatherings. After my son's confession, my husband just lost it and told my son to leave the house and go into our condo in town as he didn't want to see him in front of him at this moment. When my son was gone, my husband stormed into my brother's room and told my brother everything. Sil was not in the house at that moment. My brother lost it and packed his stuff, took the kids and left. He asked where my son had gone. He said he wanted to teach him lesson. We didn't tell him and he eventually left. Sil didn't return. I think my brother might have called her or my son warned her and she is afraid to come back. Her things are still in the house. In all the screaming and shouting, my daughters heard everything and are devastated that their family might be ruined. They miss their brother and are afraid my husband won't ever let him in the house again. My husband hates all forms of infidelity to the core and has always drilled this in our 2 eldest children, that they must never cheat on anyone or be in a relationship with someone in a relationship. I know I did nothing wrong in this, but how will I ever look my brother in the eye again? He won't answer and calls or texts. My husband said I should give him time to heal. My son has left the condo because he is afraid of what my brother will do to him and is now hiding at a friend's and he won't tell us which friend. No word on Sil. Info. Sil was the one who initiated S-time the first time my son and her slept together. She was the one booking hotel rooms, buying my son dinners and lunches. My son was even receiving an allowance from her. Story 2. I 29M found out my brother's wife's son is mine, not in the way you think, but I still need advice. Gonna say that there was absolutely no cheating involved at all. What happened was, before my brother 27 meters and his wife 28F met. My brother and I are half siblings BTW, we have the same mom just different dads, so obviously our last names are different. First did community college after high school graduation. In my second year I met Ally brother's wife. She was the roommate of one of my friend's girlfriends, so we met a couple times. We hooked up at her place once and kept it going for a few months. It wasn't anything serious, just a short fling. Then after I basically dropped off the face of the earth for a while when my dad passed away. Literally I took off and went into full-on drifter, having an existential crisis for a while. No contact with anyone when I dropped from my classes. For some years after that my brother and me didn't have much contact except birthdays and stuff while I got my life together. We didn't have much before, but this was even less. Found out he got married a couple years ago. With COVID last year we started trying to have better contact and be in each other's lives. That involved meeting his wife, and I find out it's Ally. They became friends after he went to the same community college I did, and that's where they got to know each other. Ally found out I was his brother only a few months ago after he showed her a recent picture of me when we were first communicating. But she waited on telling him because she needed to talk to me first. She was trying to find me for months after I left, asking friends around because she found out she was pregnant and I was the father. She showed me pictures of my son, and just that she tried hard to tell me because I had a right to know. But since I was gone she couldn't find any way to reach out. It made me feel some kind of way looking at him, but I wanted a paternity test just to be completely sure Hess actually mine. Ally was completely cool about that. She understood why, since it was long time ago and we were both dumb college kids. Well, we did the test and am the father. I have got a kid I didn't know about because I left his pregnant 19-year-old mom to take care of him on her own. Man, and then my brother doesn't even know about this. I'm not sure how I would react, honestly. This situation is completely effed. I don't even know what to tell him. Or how to prepare for how he'll react. She thinks we should tell him together and get the whole truth out. Ally's scared to tell him too. My son was 4 when they met, but she never told my brother much about who the father was. Scared about losing my brother, scared that I'm a father and have a son. Don't know how I'll work becoming involved in my son's life because I definitely plan to. And how that would affect their marriage. Is there really any good way to talk to my brother about it? At least in a way where it doesn't hurt our relationship too badly or their marriage?